Good evening, Mayor Carstarphen, esteemed guests, elected officials, community partners, and cherished members of this great Camden community. It is both a privilege and a profound honor for me to welcome you to the Walter K. Gordon Theater here at Rutgers University in Camden. Hosting this year's State of the City address under the inspiring theme, Resilience and Rising, is a testament to our shared commitment to Camden's continued transformation. The narrative of Camden is one of unwavering resilience. Since arriving in Camden, I have strived for a close relationship and partnership with the city. Rutgers Camden is home to nearly 6,000 students and 1,200 faculty and staff. We too are Camden resilient. Education, research, and discovery stand as cornerstones to Camden's resurgence. Our public schools have seen a significant increase in graduation rates, rising from 49% to 70% in the last 12 years. The number of students taking the SAT has doubled, and those deemed college ready has surged from just 3 in 2012 to over 400 in the 2024 graduating class. At Rutgers University in Camden, we are proud to contribute to this shift in college readiness, offering programs and initiatives that empower our young people and prepare them for meaningful careers. Rutgers Camden is honored to play a role in Camden Rising. Construction is underway on the $60+ million Cooper Street Gateway project, a project that will expand and redefine our academic and community spaces, enhancing the vibrancy of our campus and the city in 2026. We are nationally recognized, ranked among 15th in the nation for social mobility. What this means that we are creating pathways to success, especially for first-generation college kids like myself and Rutgers Camden residents who earn their degrees here on this campus. This affects not only our enrolled Camden City students, but also their families and the communities that they represent. As we gather tonight, let us celebrate these milestones while recognizing the work that lies ahead. Our collective resilience has positioned Camden on an upward trajectory, and together we will continue to rise as an anchor institution in the city and the city of Camden, offering opportunity, safety, prosperity for all. Thank you again, and welcome to the Walter K. Gordon Theater at Rutgers Camden.
Thank you, Chancellor. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the podium Reverend Jose Martinez, Senior Pastor at Temple Shofar Church, for tonight's invocation.
Let us pray to the God of your understanding. Almighty God, we come before you today, grateful for your many blessings and your many favors, grateful for the blessing you have bestowed over our city. To you be the glory in all we do. I thank you for the dedication and the leadership of your servant, Mayor Victor Carstarphen, and all those in leadership who serve our community. I thank you for all the agencies, the churches, and the family who strive together for a better future for our community. As we celebrate the accomplishment of this city, I always ask for divine intervention from up above. I ask for your continued guidance and your wisdom as we work to serve and improve our city. I pray for peace, unity, prosperity for all residents of the city of Camden, for New Jersey, and for the United States of America. May your light shine upon us, and may your peace fill our hearts. We ask all this in your name. Amen. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the podium the Honorable Angel Fuentes, President of the Camden City Council.
Somebody said, Wepa. Good evening. Buenas noches. There you go. Thank you, Pastor Martinez, for the invocation. And a big thank you, Chancellor Tellis and Rutgers for hosting us. Chancellor, I know you speak Spanish. Buenas noches. It's an honor to once again attend the mayor's annual event. I always look forward to these updates on the state of the city and delighted that our residents, business owners, and community stakeholders are present to hear about all outstanding progress being made in their city, our city. So, as I begin, I would like to recognize all those who help make Camden a resilient city that is on the rise. Come on, everyone, let's say that out loud. Resilient city that is on the rise. Thank you, and welcome to our dignitaries, officials, tonight's speakers, businesses, faith-based leaders, and of course, our incredible Camden residents. Thank you. Thank you. As City Council President, I want to extend greetings on behalf of the entire governing body. Thank you to my fellow City Council colleagues, Vice President Arthur Berkeley, Soria Perez, Collins, Davis, and Leiva Martinez, and of course, Ramos. Thank you. Thank you for helping to lead our city and support our great mayor. And I mean that. Thank you. Supporting his vision. Thank you. Thanks to your passion, support, and partnership, Camden is striving like never before. I commend Mayor Carstarphen and his administration for doing the hard work and simply being great partners. They have a plan and a vision. Just as important, they have been fully transparent as they implement their plan for Camden. Their hard work is resulting in positive change in every neighborhood of Camden. Whether it's safer neighborhoods, new quality housing, newly paved streets, new infrastructure, beautiful new parks, new businesses, improved community centers, and free programs and events for families. We are seeing improvement citywide, neighborhood by neighborhood. As elected officials, it is a privilege to be able to fight for our residents and work to improve the quality of life in our neighborhoods. And more importantly, we are doing this in a collaborative way, working together as one team. I can assure each of you, our mayor and his team are responsive to our concerns, and they are getting the job done. The mayor often talks about his 3 C's. If you know it, just keep it in your mind. Care, commitment, and consistency. He has proven to me and to many others he embodies those 3 C's. He is truly a leader who is passionate, believes in hard work, and is unwavering, committed to the Camden community engagement. He is fully engaged with our community, our residents, nonprofits, our youth, stakeholders, corporate partners, faith-based leaders, and it's made a huge impact. Mayor Carstarphen is also fiscally accountable, and it makes our job, the governing body, the city council members, easier. Plus, it's a huge reason for Camden's progress. It's the reason streets are being paved at a record pace. It's the reason improvements are being made to our infrastructures. It is the reason our fleet of vehicles are being updated, and the reason parks are being improved. There is good communication on finances. Every year, municipal budget are submitted to council on time or even early for adoption. Right, Commissioner? There you go. As a result, Camden is now looked as a model for good fiscal management and is considered a sound investment. And you will be hearing more good news on the topic from our mayor later this evening. This is simply good government. Be our ambassador. Share that with others. Good government. I am proud to work alongside him as he takes Camden to the next level. City Council is with you, Mayor, and we fully support your efforts. Thank you. I have the privilege of introducing, if I can find the right page. There you go. I mean, I can speak from my heart, but this, to introduce her, means so well, so good for us. And she's a graduate of Rutgers, and she's been in Camden many, many times, and she's been very supportive of the mayor and council. It is now my pleasure to introduce the next speaker, Commissioner DCA Jacqueline Suarez. Jacqueline was appointed to this role in September of 2023 and confirmed her nomination on May 20th, 2024. Thank you, Senator Anissa Cruz Perez. Almost the same day as last year's State of the City, making her the first Hispanic commissioner to lead the New Jersey Department of Community Affairs. Gracias. Thank you. DCA, now this is the tough part, and she handles it well. DCA is one of the state's largest departments. The commissioner is responsible for a $1.4 billion operational budget, oversees more than 1,000 employees, and she leads a variety of departmental programs, including the Division of Local Government Services, Housing and Community Resources, Codes and Standards, Fire Safety, Disaster Recovery and Mitigation, and the Offices of Information Privacy and Local Planning Services and affiliate agencies, including the New Jersey Housing and Mortgage Finance Agency, the New Jersey Redevelopment Authority, the Urban Enterprise Zone Authority, the New Jersey Historic Trust, and the Government Records Council. Woo, Commissioner. She brings an incredible work ethic and passion for service. As a member of Governor Murphy's administration, she is leading efforts to create a stronger New Jersey. We are grateful to have her with us this evening and grateful for her incredible partnership with our mayor and governing body. Please join me in welcoming DCA Commissioner Suarez.
Right, well, good evening, everyone. I think I'd do a little bit better than that. Maybe buenos noches. There we go, okay. Well, Council President, thank you very much for the warm welcome. It is my privilege to be here this evening. As many of you, I think, know in this room, Camden was my home for about 3 years. I did get my Juris Doctor from Rutgers School of Law here in Camden, and I ingratiated myself as much as possible. Vice President Barkley also often makes fun of me because when I was in Camden and when I was teaching at Camden, I was teaching at Woodrow Wilson High School, and he consistently reminds me that it's no longer Woodrow Wilson High School, and I know that, but I'm dating myself just a little bit. I am really humbled to be here tonight because Mayor Carstarphen and his team have made strides here in the city. When I became the Director of Local Government Services about 4.5 years ago at this juncture, I recently shed that hat and handed over to Michael Rogers. Now I'm solely Commissioner of the Department of Community Affairs. But when I kind of sat here for the first time, Mayor Carstarphen was also becoming the mayor. And we had some really candid conversations about what the future of the city looked like, how we were going to accomplish what this city and its residents deserve. And we had some honest conversations, we had some long conversations, and we've continued to have those conversations. But what I will say is that he has surrounded himself with a team who is excellent, not just in council, but also on his staff. And I give him a lot of kudos because he made sure he did not surround himself with yes people. He surrounded himself with people who were not going to be afraid to say, no, that doesn't work. What we should do is X, Y, and Z to make sure that we are accomplishing what we need to in this city. And that not only takes courage, but that takes real vision and leadership. And he was able to do that. I also really appreciated that he was pretty interested in making sure he made asks of the state to ensure that he had the funding and the support necessary from the Department of Community Affairs and the Murphy administration to move his vision forward for what this city deserves. And my husband always jokes that communication is a two-way street, not a one-way and a bicycle path. I have learned to really adopt that mantra in all facets of life, not just in personal, but in professional. And I know that Mayor Carstarphen also shares in that. So one of the things I'm really proud of, and I know he'll probably talk about this tonight, is he, once again, his team and council have put forward a budget on time and a budget that is balanced. Yes. And that may seem really easy, but as the former Director of Local Government Services, I can tell you that that is not so common across the state of New Jersey. And it is more difficult when you are dealing with some of the distressors that Camden deals with, and yet they have made that a reality. Before I kind of wrap it up, I also wanted to allude to some of the things that Council President mentioned. You know, we have the urban enterprise zone in the department, we have the neighborhood revitalization tax credit in our department, and Camden is not only a recipient of tens of millions of dollars from those programs, but it also goes to the heart of this community. And people often turn to their local officials and say, what else can you do for us? But one of the things that Camden residents and the nonprofits who call this city home have often done is make sure that they tap into the areas and abilities for them themselves to make sure that they are making their community and their neighborhoods the places that they want to see it, the places that they want to call home, and the places that they are proud to do. So I would encourage you to consistently look to us as not only a resource, but as also a funding source to make sure that you are also being the change that you want to see in your community and in your neighborhoods individually, in tandem, because government can never do it alone. It takes the elected officials to have that vision. It takes the elected officials to have the gumption to do what is right, but it takes all of us to move a city forward. So my earlier reference to collaboration ties really to the last point that I'd like to make. And that is really that it takes relationships to make things successful. So I know Mayor Carstarphen does not hesitate to call me, whether that is early or late, or have any of his staff give me a ring to see what we can accomplish with the Department of Community Affairs. But I encourage you all to not only participate in the processes within this city, whether that is through council meetings, whether that is through advocating for what you want to see, whether that is engaging with community partners, whether that is making sure that you talk to Department of Community Affairs or Economic Development Authority to make sure that the resources are coming to your community, because quite often we need to be the change that we want to see in the communities that we want to call home. So, every endeavor certainly starts off as an idea, but you know, the mayor's initiatives have really started to make that a reality. And it may seem that some of these changes have been really incremental over the last few years, but I will tell you they are creating a strong foundation to make sure that Camden continues to move into the right direction for years to come. So thank you so much for having me. I look forward to continuing to be a good partner to this city. Thank you all.
Thank you, Commissioner Suarez. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the podium Senator Nilsa Cruz Perez of the 5th Legislative District Office.
Good evening. Buenas tardes, Camden. I love it. I love it. We're fully bilingual in the city, by the way. It is an honor to be here tonight to reflect on where we have been, celebrate how far we have come, and look ahead to where we're going. I have the privilege of serving the city for many years, first as your assemblywoman, and now as your senator. I raised my kids in Camden City. I have walked your streets. I have listened to your stories. And I carry with me a deep love for Camden and an unshakable belief in the people of Camden. Let's make a moment to look back. In 1990, Camden was facing a real hardship. Disinvestment, crumbling infrastructure, and many challenges, and many things was happening in the city. And to the people who live in the city, you know what I'm talking about. But what hurts the most was the feeling that Camden has been forgotten. I remember talking to families, small businesses, owners, teachers, and seniors, and the message was clear. We didn't want pity. Camden wanted partnership. It wanted investment, and it needed action. That's why in 2002, we passed the MIRA law, the Municipal Economic Rehabilitation Act. It brought to the city $175 million to Camden, not a handout, a down payment in the future of the people of Camden. We believe that if we rebuild the bonds of the city, the heart of the people will rise. And rise we have. Camden has changed, and for the better. We have gone from a city of factories and shipyards to the city of classrooms, clinics, labs, and opportunities. Institutions like Rutgers Camden and Cooper University Healthcare are not just expanding, they are investing in us. That's what EDSA Med should be, not just building, but real belonging. To be clear, this transformation is not about building, it's about the people who live in the city of Camden. It's about partnership from City Hall at the municipal level to the county, who do a great job for the city of Camden, to Trenton, my legislators sitting in the front, Bill Moyne and Bill Sperman, to Washington, from nonprofits to block associations, from everybody who live in the city, the residents who step up to the plate and say, I want to help and I want to make a difference. And tonight, we are celebrating someone who say, I will continue this work, Mayor Victor Carstarphen. Mayor Carstarphen is not just a leader. He's a son of the city. He knows the people, he knows our story, he knows the neighborhood, and he showed the way to the people of Camden City because he knows how to lead. Under his leadership, Camden is growing with intention, with equity, and with community at the center. He has stayed committed, inclusive, bold. He has honored the past, and I'm sure he's building a better future for all of us. To the people of Camden, this is about you tonight. Your determination challenge us to do better. Your voice shows us the way. Your strength keeps us going. Yes, we still have some challenge. We're working on it as a team, and that's the word of today. Team and resilient. We have worked together to make it better. We must keep investing not just in places, but in people. Let's support our youth. Let's empower our small businesses. Let's protect our seniors. Let's make sure that every Camden resident, no matter their zip code, has a chance to thrive in the city. Let's keep rising together. Thank you. God bless Camden City, and God bless all of you.
Thank you very much, Senator Cruz Perez. And now, ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Camden's native and celebrated actress featured in Bad Boys 4, Netflix series Survival of the Thickest, Tyler Perry's Why Did I Get Married, and Fox hit drama Empire, accomplished director of Mayor of Kingstown, The Equalizer, 911, Bel Air, The Rookie, and BMF on Stars. Mentor in our own Miss Tasha Smith.
Camden strong! I'm sorry, y'all. Hey! How y'all doing? Guess what? Something good can come out of Camden. Oh my God, it is such a pleasure. It is such an honor to come here. It is such an honor to come here to brag about my friend Mayor Victor Carstarphen. Like, before I tell y'all some things that I've seen about him, I just wanted to give y'all a little piece of a testimony. When I left Camden at about 18, 19 years old, I honestly did not know I would ever come back. I was probably the person that was most likely not to succeed as a high school dropout at Camden High in the 9th grade, and I'm hoping this year I can get my honorary diploma at 54. Okay? So y'all gotta help me work that out. But when I left Camden traumatized and broken. I was around during that time that Senator was talking about, the 90s, the 80s, the mid-80s, when drugs came into the community. My mother dealt with addiction. A lot of my friends dealt with addiction. A lot of my friends sold dope. A lot of my friends were murdered. A lot of my friends went to prison. A lot of my friends are just coming home within the last 10 years. And I honestly did not know that a place that caused me so much pain as a youth would bring me so much joy because of the work that I am seeing Mayor Victor Carstarphen do. And I'm gonna keep it 100, y'all. It's because of Mayor Victor that I'm back in Camden, and I'm putting my feet on the ground, and I plan on staying here for a very long time, because I know we got work to do. And that's why we got to keep my brother in office, okay? I was getting all kinds of calls from my brother OG, Arthur Barkley, from Russell Cook, and they were like, do you see what's happening in Camden? Tosh, you gotta see what's happening in Camden. And I'm telling you, I was terrified. When I left Camden, it had a stench. It smelled. I was so pained and hurt. I tell you, I couldn't drive down the streets. There were potholes everywhere. I haven't ran in one pothole since I've been here. It was like turbulence on the ground, okay? But I'm excited to be here, and I'm excited to brag about my friend and to come here and partner with this incredible city. It's so beautiful to me. I walk around, I drive around, and I literally cry, and I thank God. There's a scripture that says, he who has begun a good work will complete it, and that's what God is doing in Camden. He's going to complete the work by the hand and voice of Mayor Victor Carstarphen. So I want y'all to know something. Be patient when he gets up here, because he has a vision to share. He has his heart to share. He's going to talk about some of the things that he believes in. He believes in collaboration and partnership and teamwork. He believes in, like my boy said, focusing on the 3 C's, that care, that commitment, that consistency. He believes in putting in the work to get results. He believes in prioritizing and engaging directly with the community. I got a chance to witness it with my own eyes. And the day I was here for Camden cleanup, I went into my hotel room and I cried, and I thank God for the work that Mayor Victor is doing in Camden. He believes in strong financial controls that keep Camden stable and growing. He believes in public safety as a foundation for everything else. He believes in improving education, increasing the number of college-ready students. I love how he's investing in infrastructure, our roads and buildings. I love all the work that Mayor Victor Carstarphen is doing. He believes in improving quality of life, and that was something I never knew would really exist. As a kid, we had so many rats and mice running through the house. My Uncle Tony would literally take his shotgun trying to shoot into the walls to kill the rats. But I love the way Mayor Victor Carstarphen is cleaning up our beautiful city. He believes in empowering Camden's people to shape their own future. He believes in us owning our story, because Camden is, and I'm going to say it again, Camden is a successful urban anchor and a model 21st century city. And guess what? We the bomb, and the whole world is going to see how great Camden is. So right now, can y'all please stand up, please? Because we are about to bring up this brilliant man, this brilliant mayor, this brilliant leader, this brilliant visionary. He is a son of Camden who is committed to the heart and the future of this city. So please let us welcome with energy, with respect, with pride. And I gotta tell y'all something. Because of our incredible mayor, Victor Carstarphen, I want to say something to you, Camden, that the best is yet to come. God bless you. God is doing the work. The Bible says one plant, one water, but God gives the increase. We all got to plant, we all got to water, and we're going to see God give the increase to what he's doing here through the hands, mouth, and hard work of our beautiful mayor, my brother, Victor Carstarphen. God bless you.
In a great city, ain't no stopping us now. Camden, ain't no stopping us now. Let's give it up for everybody here. Good evening. You know I like to enjoy ourselves while we're doing the work. You know I like to put a smile on and work hard. And ain't nothing better than hearing some beautiful music and having beautiful people together that work to make our city a better city. Tasha Smith, thank you so much for the intro. I can't say enough about your passion and to our city and how you represented the city of Camden. You wear Camden on your heart and your sleeves, and every time we look at the silver screens, it's a reflection of the city. And that means so much to us. Everyone that had a chance to speak today, our senator, thank you. Our council president, thank you. Nilsa, thank you. Thank you. Welcome to the City of Camden State of Address. I got to give some welcomes to a few individuals that have played a big part in our city and have spoken earlier. Shout out to DCA Commissioner Jacqueline Suarez. Jacqueline, always being there to support our city and helping us in ways that continue to make us Camden strong. So thank you so much. All the state legislators in the House, shout out to y'all, please. Everybody that's in the House, shout out. I see a lot, but you know my eyes is always, I don't want to miss nobody and say nothing and miss somebody. County commissioners that are here, my teammates, thank you so much. Our council president and Helper Winters, thank you. Our council VP, Arthur Barclay, thank you. All the members of our city council, thank you. Our host, Rutgers University here in Camden, Chancellor Antonio Tillis, if you still in the house, brother, thank you. And our residents of Camden, thank you. Our clergy in Camden, thank you. Our business leaders in Camden, yes, thank you. All of our community stakeholders that play a part in helping Camden win, thank you. I'm so proud to be here again delivering my annual report on the state of the city of Camden. I want to thank all y'all for joining me here at Rutgers University Camden. Before I continue, I have to give a thank you to someone who's not here, but who plays a huge part in our city and such a strong advocate for us in Washington, D.C. Our congressman, who has gone through some health issues the last 5 weeks, but I'm proud to say, and I'm happy to say that today, he is home, and he came home today. Congressman Donald Norcross. To my family, to my friends, your love sustains me, keeps me going. To my daughters, I think my youngest left, but my oldest is still here. Thank you for being my heart. To my mom, thank you for being my foundation that helped build the platform of Victor G. Carstarphen and who he is today. Thank you. To all my loved ones who stood by me, believed in me, prayed with me, I love all y'all. And thank you for your constant support as we've helped Camden rise together. To my cabinet, where y'all at? I see y'all. Raise your hand, cabinet. Y'all make this work. My staff, my staff put up with me every day. My staff makes me look good every day. My staff keeps my battery charged. So when y'all see me running around this city and you say, how do you do it? It seems like you at 3 different places at the same time. It's my staff. Thank you, staff. Thank you. Every municipal employee that makes this city work, thank you. Y'all can't say enough, because the work and the things that I'm going to talk about today is a big part. You're a big part of that, so thank you. You are definitely the unsung heroes of the city of Camden. The work you do every day may not always make the headlines, but trust me, it changes lives. So thank you for your service and for keeping this city moving forward with heart and like things I like, hustle. Heart and hustle. Thank you. This is why I'm so pleased to inform you that the state of our city isn't just strong. Y'all hear me say this for the last 4.5 years. It ain't just strong. It's Camden. What? Strong. Words like blight, poverty, crime, and neglect were used far too often to describe a city whose story had not yet been told by people who actually lived here, by the people who never gave up on the city. Camden was on the negative end on news coverage, articles, special reports, those old labels of the nation's most dangerous city in a car with no engine, that no longer applies now. Hear me out. That no longer applies now, because that was Camden. Now let's flash forward to the present day, to what Camden is. Camden is a city on the rise. Camden is living proof that resilience, when fueled with unity and vision, will lead to real change. Our success is a result of hard work, and I always talk about good collaboration. It's a credit to all of you in the audience, and it's a credit to many people who came before me. I'm standing on the shoulders of so many people that I work with that's been here 25, 30 years, working their behind off so I can be up here and continue to work. So thank you all. The credit deserves to you. And it's a credit to many people who came not only before me, but came in with me. Who came in with me. And when I came in, I didn't know much about much. But what I did know is I'm going to roll my sleeves up, Tim, and I'm going to work my behind off for people. And trust me, we build every day between residents, government, businesses, nonprofits, and faith-based leaders. We build every day. And my administration is committed to honoring that trust by showing up listening, and delivering. Every single day, we're managing the people's business with transparency, accountability, and urgency. We're not waiting for change, we're making it. Imagine that, good government working for the people, delivering to the people. I so wish the folks in Washington, D.C. would come take a look at what we're doing here in the city of Camden. We'd love for them to come here and seeing what we're doing here in the city of Camden. Because in our corner of the nation, we're not just waiting for permission or validation. We are resilient. Camden is rising and getting better every single day. Before I go any further, I'd like to invite you to turn your attention to the screen. What you're about to see is, trust me, it's not a campaign video. It's not a commercial. It's a visual reminder of how far we've come. It's a celebration of our people, our progress, our pride. So please direct your attention to this video and learn more about Camden's incredible transformation.
Hi, my name is Evelise Burdette.
My name is Ray Lamboy.
Hi, my name is Gabe Rodriguez. I'm the Chief of Police for the Camden County Police Department.
Yes, I live here in Camden. I was born and raised in the Kramer Hill section. Our city is becoming better. We're more joined in on the efforts of creating a better city. I've seen the streets get better. The infrastructures are getting better. There's a lot that needs to be worked on, but it is getting better.
Hi, my name is Desiree Martinez. I'm a Camden resident and I live in Kramer Hill.
My name's Anastasia Santiago, and yeah. I'm so nervous now. Okay.
So I think one of the biggest things is just safety. I think that growing up, so many things would kind of happen throughout the city of Camden. And, it's good to see that there's a change coming to the city specifically, that there's programs that maybe there weren't when I was a kid. My daughter has a lot of opportunities now that I didn't have when I was younger at her age.
Anytime I hear, Camden is always like the bad, even though I know that there's good things in the city, I never have any problems when it comes to like bullying. Like they have like a no tolerance policy. Like I said, they offer my son tutoring classes, which is a help because I can't always do it. So it's just nice to know that I have people that I can rely on who care for my kids.
Hello, my name is Keith L. Walker, Director of Public Works, City of Camden.
But when you look at the waterfront and you look at all the construction that's happened over the past 15 years, that's an amazing development as well. I think the impact, or the connecting the dots, as I would call it, between these corporations and the community at large is really that Buy Camden First initiative that we're working on with the city and the mayor's office.
We've been getting more help from the residents as far as calling in concerns, having their own cleanups within their neighborhoods. If time prevails itself, we will work alongside them on the day of the cleanup.
So the most positive and most impactful changes that, from my perspective as a police chief, is crime. Crime is dropping levels we've never seen before in Camden City, and not in my lifetime.
You think I'm going to talk about the buildings going up, which is awesome. You think I would talk about the companies coming in, which is awesome. You would think I might talk about how the streets are cleaner and how the roads are smooth. Those are all great things, and they're all important. But you know what the most important thing is that's different about Camden? Camden has gone from a place that would hear about itself in the media as the worst or the most dangerous or the what, to a place that brags about itself in the media as the most effective police force, the example of economic recovery. That's the most important thing, is for too many years, other people told Camden's story. Now, the young adults at HopeWorks, the young adults here, the people of Camden are telling their story, and what we know is it's a pretty good story.
Well, what makes the mayor a dynamic leader is his commitment, his demeanor, and his love for the city of Camden.
I think it's his passion to make the city as good as it can be, his passion to improve the quality of life of the city. He does everything from sweep the streets to attend meetings in Trenton and nationwide to find ways to make Camden City better. So I think his passion for the city is what makes him a great leader.
I think what makes him such a dynamic leader is that he leads by example. Right? He's a leader that comes out, he shows up, he's always engaging with the community, he's always talking to the community, he supports the local businesses, the residents.
You know, when I think about what makes Camden resilient, you know, is I'll tell you a story that I talked to some employers about. You know, some folks will say, why do you want to hire someone from Camden? And here's what I say is I say, listen, when you're in a boardroom and you got a $10 million deal on the table, who do you want in that room with you? Do you want somebody who had a silver spoon in their mouth and had everything handed to them and their worst day in their life will be if they don't get this deal? Or do you want a young adult who has overcome every obstacle to get where they are, has earned everything they've gotten, and a young adult who knows what it is to fail and knows what it is to get back up? Who do you want in the boardroom with you? The answer is obvious, right? The reason Camden is so resilient is because Camden is resilient. Nothing made Camden resilient. Camden is that way, and as a result, it's a stronger and better city.
I think the people. We've been through a lot. Some of us more longer period than others. And we've really worked at being problem solvers, working together to get things done.
What makes Camden City so resilient and rising, it's its people. It's people, it's people, it's people. That's who Camden is. The people make Camden. And when you go around and you start to meet the people, you start to get to talk to the people, when you grow up around the people, you know exactly what I am Camden means. It's the people.
It makes you feel proud because, you know, I know what this city was like. Everybody in Camden County has a little bit of Camden City in them. You know, most of us, our parents or grandparents first lived in the city or worked in the city. And so we all have a little piece of Camden in us. So when we improve the city, it's a very proud feeling, and it's something that, it's one of the reasons I became a commissioner, to do what I can to help the city.
Camden proud, Camden strong. You know, everywhere I go, I promote Camden. We have other townships, other municipalities of North Jersey coming to see how we're doing what we're doing. They want to mimic what we're doing. Everybody want to imitate the champion.
Way to end that, director. I tell you, as you can see, the city of Camden has made incredible progress. I tell you, watching this, and it can make your eyes water. You know, everybody that's involved with all of this, and I appreciate it. My administration is moving the city in the right direction, and even more growth has taken place since last year this time when I came up here to speak. This tremendous progress has been a product of a community that would not give up and, as I always say, kept on pushing. Even through the tough times, we were a resilient community. A resilient community that withstood difficult circumstances, years of disinvestment, decaying neighborhoods, high levels of vacancy, violence, and crime. But Camden bounced back, demonstrating its ability to adapt and recover from these challenges that may have put another community down for good, but not our community. In Camden, we learn to cope with adversity. We use it to motivate ourselves, and we come back even stronger. Because of your confidence in the city leaders, the perseverance, and the willingness to put forward 100% effort, Camden is not only resilient, but Camden is rising like never before. And it's tangible progress. You can see it, you can touch it. There's always going to be haters. There's always going to be naysayers who will never acknowledge our progress, but always say, we control our narrative. We don't allow others to tell our story. We create the narrative by the work that we do together. No egos, no silos. How do we get a win for the city? I'm thankful to have so many people that think that way. Our story is one of pride, faith, care, hard work, innovation, success. That's the Camden I know. That is the Camden that I grew up in, that most of everybody in here grew up in. I've been said this many different ways, and it's been said. Camden is a city moving forward. Camden is a city of opportunity. Camden is a city of promise. Camden is the city invincible. However it's said, I can assure you, and I think everyone here tonight will agree, Camden is rising and Camden is resilient. Now, I'm going to start with a topic that may not be flashy to everybody here, but it may not get the biggest applause, but it's one of the most important things I can talk about as your mayor. Modernizing how your city government works. Why? Because in today's world, everything is online. And if our systems aren't up to date, then we're not just falling behind, we're putting your data, your privacy, and our city operations at risk. But worse than that, governments are targeted by cyber hackers every day. I read papers and see what's happening in towns and counties across the country when some foreign hacker infiltrates their networks and holds them hostage for ransomware. Recognizing this serious threat, we took a decisive action to make it harder for Camden's network to be compromised. We invested $2 million to modernize Camden's technology infrastructure. This funding transformed our data center and networking equipment while implementing best practice security measures to shield our city from the constant danger of cybercrime. For any techies out there, the city wasn't using, y'all seen this in y'all phones, when you get a new phone, they say how you want to secure it, but the city wasn't using the dual factor authentication. You know, that extra buffer, you know, that I put my password in and I gotta do this again. The city wasn't doing that to log into our systems, but we are now. The city's data was not backed up into the cloud, but we are now. The city's operating system wasn't running on Microsoft 365, but we are now. Maybe not that most exciting stuff to start a speech, but it's a great example of what we're doing behind the scenes to protect the city, to modernize the city, and create a tech platform to grow from. And our investment is paying off. I remember one summer afternoon last year, the new detection system sent an alert. A lot of y'all in here got that alert, that a threat actor using a Russian IP address was attempting to root around our network. We were able to identify that threat, pull the network offline, prevent impact from malware, ransomware. The city was inconvenienced for a couple days, but our data, our personal data of all of our city residents was kept secure. In addition, we've become even more responsive to our residents' concerns. In 2023, we launched the My Camden NJ app. This digital service request system and public notification application now puts the power of City Hall directly in the hands of thousands of residents in our city. My Office of Constituent Service has received almost 4,000 requests from the community through that act. And I'm pleased to say 100% of those requests were responded to, and a majority were closed out or resolved. I got to give it up for my constituent services. Because they took a page on how I think and act. Follow up. Get right back to our residents. You see a problem, fix a problem. Someone calls, call them back. And they do that. Yeah. That's not a statistic, that's a service. That's what happens when government listens, when it's built to respond. We're not here to delay, we're here to deliver. At the same sense of urgency applies to the services we rely on every day, especially our Department of Public Works. We all know how frustrating it is when the city's vehicles break down or services are delayed because equipment is too old to function. That's why we've made a major investment to fix it. We allocated $2.4 million in our American Rescue Plan funding to replace outdated vehicles and purchase new heavy equipment for DPW. These new vehicles have been game changers for the city of Camden. They can haul more debris and trash in a single trip now. They operate more efficiently, and they significantly cut down on fuel costs and travel time. That means faster service for our residents, fewer breakdowns in equipment, more efficient use in our resources. When residents see a cleaner neighborhood, or a pothole fills sooner than expected, because y'all know y'all called me about a pothole. Keep walking, jumping right on it. This is what's behind it. These investments don't just improve operations, they raise the bar in how we serve our residents. And that's all this is about, serving our residents. Everything you're going to hear me talk about is about building the capital with our people in the community. Everything. Now I'm going to talk about a lot of great things, and Chief Flax is next because we're going to talk about what's going on in the fire department. Then I'm going to stop a little bit because improving the quality of life is on every page. You may not hear it, but everything we're saying is improving the quality of life for the residents in the city of Camden. So, back to what's going on with our fire department. We have invested over $10 million into our Camden Fire Department to help enhance its operational capabilities with the acquisition of several critical apparatus. Again, thank you to our Fire Chief, Jesse Flax. The city is anxiously awaiting delivery of a brand new ladder truck. It's currently being built according to Chief Flax's specifications, and we're expecting that delivery in September. This new ladder truck will join a brand new engine pumper that was recently delivered. We also shopped around for used equipment and recently purchased a 2007 ladder truck, a 2009 rescue apparatus. All this totals nearly $3 million dedicated to the fire department apparatus, all of which serve to strengthen our emergency response infrastructure. In addition, through generous donations, the Camden Fire Department received a 2005 emergency vehicle to replace an outdated special operations unit, ensuring that our specialized response capabilities remain fully operational. The city plans to also leverage a grant from the U.S. Department of Housing, Urban Development, HUD, which my administration is pursuing to support more public safety improvements. To date, nearly $6.5 million in HUD funding is awaiting approval from HUD for the fire department. That includes some station repairs and the procurement of a new squad pumper rescue vehicle, which are currently in development and will further modernize our fleet. Beyond equipment and infrastructure, the city of Camden remains deeply committed to our fire personnel as the city continues to ensure staffing levels remain strong. To that end, my administration approved the placement of new recruit class in the Fire Academy in both 2024 and 2025, securing at the department's future by investing in the next generation of firefighters. These improvements, both current and planned, are a testament to the city's dedication to public safety, to the hardworking members of our Camden Fire Department as they carry out their mission to protect and serve with excellence. Thank you. The state of our city is strong for many reasons. But one of the most important reasons is the way we are fiscally accountable. We have consistently delivered early proposed budgets to the city council for 4 consecutive years. That was 2021, 22, 2023, 2024, and 2025. Council adopted these balanced budgets and the city submitted them to our Department of Community Affairs. Again, shout out DCA Commissioner Suarez, well before the statutory deadline. We value the strong partnership we have with Commissioner Suarez and the state, and we thank them for the support that they give to the city of Camden. As a quick aside, I just want to acknowledge how fortunate I am to work with a very, very cooperative city council. I talk to mayors around the state and how things are going when politics get in the way of people. And I cannot think of one major initiative of mine that the Camden City Council has not brought over the finish line. And that means a lot to the city. That means a lot to all leadership in our city. So thank you. That unity, that collaboration is not just rare, it's a gift to the city. So thank you, Council President Fuentes and members of the City Council for your leadership and partnership. It's a big reason why Camden is still rising. But back to the budget. My team understands the need for doing things on time, if not early, and making sure the public has full visibility into the process of just how good government is. And my team knows that I have the same expectations as we move Camden forward. Before I took office, the city was not investing its cash in a way that may have maximized the interest that we earned. We were leaving money on the table, and for that reason, we changed our investment strategy by taking the city's idle cash and put it to work. The city negotiated interest rates on our banking service contract. Along with this initiative, the city began to invest short-term CDs that earn favorable interest. With this new strategy, the city has seen its interest earnings grow from $808,000 in 2022 to $6.8 million in 2024. Now let's think about these numbers. The city increased the investment earnings by $6 million without incurring risk. That's 8 times what we were budgeting, and it didn't require raising any taxes. It didn't require cutting any services. It required focus, it required foresight, and fiscal discipline. We dove into every line item of that budget. We sought out every opportunity to be good stewards of the city's money, money that belongs to the people. And I have an outstanding news to announce again tonight that the global rating agency, Standard & Poor's, the S&P Global Rating, has upheld the city's A bond rating again with a stable outlook. In this report, just issued just days ago, S&P stated, "The stable outlook reflects our view that the city will maintain its strong overall financial profile throughout the two-year outlook horizon, supported by strong state support and good recent economic momentum." Years past, the city couldn't muster that type of investment grade rating. Now, 2 years in a row, we are A-rated. While I'm proud of the city's progress, we must be honest about challenges our city is handling. And there's one we've heard about recently. And I don't, say the elephant in the room, but this is our city. We're together. The Camden City School District is facing a projected budget deficit. And it's not just the numbers. It's near $100 million. The number represents real people. That number of that deficit represents real people. Some of our friends, neighbors, family members have been notified that the school district that they're being laid off. When I heard this news, it was saddening. Reached out to the Commissioner of the State Department of Education. You have to understand, the school district is what is known as state-operated school district. So the ultimate decisions are made by the Commissioner and the State Board of Education, not the local advisory board, and certainly not by me or my city council. When I spoke to the Education Commissioner, listen, this is Team Camden. I offer my services, anybody in my financial team, any way that we can help. And I was, and of course y'all know, I'm going to remain willing to talk about any strategies, whatever we can do, whatever we got to do. Some of the things we've employed, with our city finances. I could talk about, the health benefits, looking for best prices and multi-year trends, and we can go about a lot of things. But the reality of it is, we will continue to be there to help school district, help the state, whatever we got to do. While I don't run the schools, and trust me, I am not here to bash a friend at all. We will never stop caring about the children that's going to school in Camden. Never stop caring about the educators. Never stop caring about the paraprofessionals. Never stop caring about the security officers, custodians, truancy officers, and the many people that work to educate our kids and keep them safe. We all in this together. We ain't back pointing fingers. If there's a problem, we got to figure out how to solve it and work together. And that's as simple as that. Children, family members, people working, lost their job, we all got to roll up our sleeves and say, how can we help? Is there a call I can make? Is there something we can do to help? Camden is rising because our city is safer than it's been in more than 55 years, Chief Gabe Rodriguez. Let that sink in. Safety is not just a stat, it's the foundation for every other form of the progress that you're hearing about. It's what allows families to thrive, businesses to invest, and children to play outside without fear. Since the transition to the Camden County Police Department from 2012 to 2024, we have witnessed an overall 75% reduction in homicides in the city of Camden. While in 2024 was a banner year for crime reduction, crime is down an additional 16% from last year. All the key indicators and statistics are down and continue to be down even further this year. And maybe just as important, we have seen the solve rate for crimes skyrocket, solving these crimes. We now have parks, real beautiful open green spaces that are used and loved by community. That didn't happen by accident. That happened because Camden got safer. Camden's parks aren't the only areas where the police are making a positive impact on the quality of life. Let's talk about a topic that bothers everyone in this room: illegal dumping. I just got a call today. Mayor, something's over here on this street. What I do, Keith? What I do, Director? There you go. I am shocked that people from both inside and outside the city have the audacity to take large amounts of trash and just drop them on the side of our roads like Camden is their personal junkyard. These people are too cheap to pay and dispose of their trash properly. So we're going to hit them in their pockets, and we have been hitting with their pockets with fines. We've been hitting them in their pockets with fines. We've been arresting. We've been stepping up. And that don't happen just by me. That happens because of everybody on the same page and saying, not no more. Not no more. Through the work of the CCPD, our tip line, the Stop It Act, and other resources, we've caught illegal dumpers red-handed, literally. We don't just arrest them. We go so far as to seize the vehicle that they used. This is a yes, indeed. This is a perfect example of how we bring the right people together. We amplify the impact that any one person can have individually. Our officers work with our hardworking sanitation inspectors who work their behinds off, led by, I done said your name 3 times, man, Director Keith Walker. The sanitation inspectors work with the team, and I gotta give this team a big shout out, our City Department of Codes and Standards, led by Gabe Camacho. And everyone works with the municipal prosecutors who are led by our city attorney, Dan Blackburn. You see how that works? Everyone being on the same page, not letting nothing slip through the cracks, holding each other accountable to make sure that we apprehend those that think they can do whatever they're doing in our city. That's a testimony to not just them, but again, our residents who are making these calls, who are sending these pictures in on a Stop It Act, our police department, our legislative leaders are in their wards, our committee members, everybody. I'm a very transparent mayor. Most people in this room got my number. So they call me when things are happening. We try to be real time. Real time, make a call, let's go. Real time, let's jump on it. But it doesn't happen without just the teamwork that we have. And we've been gaining the upper hand. Recently, we've had a rash of illegal dumping along the city's right-of-ways, and if you can believe this, a large amount of materials were illegally dumped on the former dirt pile. Remember we dealt with that in Bergen Square. Yes, that's the very site that we spent over $5 million cleaning up on 7th Street, which is a great space right now. And again, that was teamwork getting that done. We finally took off all the debris off that site, graded it, put concrete barriers up, and some contractors had the nerve to scatter bags of construction debris all over the site. Well, I have a message for all those dumpers, Sheriff Wilson. Chief Rodriguez, he knows who you are. And when you're arrested, I'm gonna know who you are. And then I can guarantee that we're going to make sure everybody know who you are. We are going to throw the book at you because Camden residents won't tolerate it no more, the actions against our city. Make sure y'all tell your friends, please, your neighbors, y'all get up tomorrow that Camden ain't no dumping ground. Thank you. Under the leadership of Chief Gabriel Rodriguez, our neighborhoods have changed for the better because of the community is safer thanks to the outreach and the work that's being done. Together as a community, we're building a better Camden. Today, we're in a space unlike any other since I've grown up here. We're in a period where we are preserving life, whether that means lowering the number of fatal pedestrian accidents, to reducing fatal overdoses, or seeing shootings at the lowest level in 50 years. There's a lot to celebrate from a crime reduction perspective. But it's important to recognize programs like the Open Gym that create safe havens every week for our kids, or the HopeWorks truancy programs that gets our youth off the street and provides them with a skill set for a job. I gotta give a shout out to Captain Vivian Coley. You can tell by the applause how warranted what I'm about to say is. Thank Captain Coley for being a change agent in our city and her many partners that care so deeply about our kids. She knows that just having a program to read to kids or to play dodgeball with them, that goes a long way in making Camden better and safer. Thank you. Unlike other police departments, ours knows that we're all one community. There needs to be a real partnership to create change, and you can't build credibility until you roll your sleeves up and do the work. They embody the change the city is going through. The men and women in uniform do a tremendous job of working on our behalf. Let's give our officers, all our officers that are here, all our officers that are working now in the city, a round of applause for the commitment, the dedication that shown to our city. And Camden is rising because more than $150 million has been invested in improved parks and open spaces. Let's take a moment to think back to remember parks from my childhood, a lot of our childhood. I know for me growing up, parks was huge. You know, my parks sometimes didn't have the courts didn't have a net on them. The courts didn't have the rim might have been bent. Sometimes my park was a crate in the back of my house or the alleyway that I played on. The slides, y'all remember this, the slides that we used to slide down, they was metal, y'all remember that? Which meant in the summertime, you had to learn to really sit down and pull your shirt down because you're gonna risk second-degree burn if you go down that thing fast. The swings were rusty, seesaws was unpredictable. Y'all know the seesaws, and I ain't got to tell you. You either felt like the luckiest kid on the seesaw, or you felt like the most bruised, depending on how fast your friends were moving up and down. And I laughed because there were some great times. I wouldn't trade them for nothing. I know a lot of y'all wouldn't, but you know, that was fine. That was normal for us. But that's just how it was. But just because it was all we knew growing up, it doesn't mean it's got to be all our kids should have now, right? As my fellow CCP co-chair said, President of New Jersey American Water, Mark McDonough, during the dedication of the new basketball courts we had at Farnham Park, he said, parks give life to a community. And when he said that, yes. When he said that parks give life to community, he's right, man. We put together so much investment into our parks, our playgrounds, more playgrounds and fields, you know, where memories are made, where friendships are formed, where community takes root, where one day kids are gonna be 10 and then they're gonna be 30 talking about the time that they was, you know, at the park, the Whitman Park, and, you know, how they enjoyed, you know, the care and the commitment that leadership put into and invested into our parks. That's why I'm proud to say our administration has committed $5.5 million to upgrade 8 parks across the city. Yep. Real improvements, not just touch-ups, from 26 and Howe Street Park in East Camden, to Northgate Park in North Camden, to Whitman Square Park, when I got a call about a month ago, one of the residents called me, she said, man, what's going on? What y'all doing in the park? What y'all beating the park up for? I said, we fixing it, we changing it. It's gonna be a new one. And she said, oh, I was about to say. I said, all right. To Liney Ditch Park and Waterfront South. Yes, Councilman Barker. We're giving life to our neighborhood parks. And thanks to support from Camden County, who I'm looking at to my left, our county commissioners, 4 additional parks will see major transformations such as Judge Johnson Park in Centerville, Vonita Park in Kramer Hill, 7th and Clinton Street Park and Cooper Plaza, Nam Nelson, and Cornelius Martin Park in North Camden. We're not just making one-time or short-term investments. With the extension of our grant through Reimagining Our Civic Commons, which is a consortium, RCC, the city will be able to study best practices from across the country on how to maintain parks and public spaces effectively. So while we're doing that, I'm going to ask that our residents maintain our park. I'm going to ask our residents, when you see something of a trash that's sitting on the park, that we pick it up and make sure and show an example for our kids. And this is what we got to do, put trash away. More importantly, we're creating and implementing a long-term plan so that the money we invest today keeps working for us tomorrow. Our kids deserve parks that inspire. Our youth sports organizations deserve safe, functional fields. Big shout out to all our coaches, all our volunteers that help our youth sports league in the city of Camden. Camden deserves spaces that brings us together and create even better memories for the next generation to look back on. Now let's talk about infrastructure. We're not just repaving roads, we're rebuilding the foundation of the city. In the last 4 years, we made more infrastructure progress than in the past 50 years. Our municipality is responsible for maintaining over 154 miles of city-owned roads. In partnership with Camden County and all of our utility partners, the city continues to make substantial investments in new infrastructure and critical utilities along our waterfront, at our ports, in our downtown, and in every neighborhood, just like resident Malaya Baker's neighborhood. Our roadway resurfacing projects are just one example of this tremendous collaboration. We're improving both neighborhood streets, major thoroughfares, and this work is setting the stage for additional future developments. Since 2021, more than 300 roads have been paved citywide. 300. We're paving 60 more over the summer and the fall. Now, I know it's about 3 or 4 or 5 people in here saying, you ain't get my street yet. But we working hard, believe me. If I had all the money in the world, and Tim knows, we would pave every street, and the county knows. More roads have been paved during the 4-year period than any other, as I've said, over the past 50 years. This is an overall investment of more than $23 million we put into repaving our roads. Over the next 3 years, Camden County has committed $85 million to roadway projects, including a complete reconstruction of Haddon Avenue. Let's give it up. Now, I'm gonna need y'all on Haddon Avenue when that construction going down, and y'all be like, well, what you doing? I can't. We're gonna work together and make it work. Believe me, I'm gonna need y'all. And the port area roadways along with work along Mount Ephraim Avenue. Yes. And Federal Street, as well as the replacements of Kane Avenue Bridge over Cooper River and Collins Ave Bridge over Newton Creek. As we make roadway improvements, we also work with Camden County Municipal Authority to coordinate, which was CCMUA, to coordinate projects which assist with stormwater management and upgrades to our sewer systems. This means as we pave roads, we are reducing flooding. And while I'm on the topic of CCMUA and the flooding, I don't know if you knew that in coming months, the city will have finished a 3-year project that cleaned every sewer line in the city of Camden. Yes, that's every single sewer line in Camden. We're removing sludge, trash, debris, so the water can flow the way it's supposed to instead of getting backed up in the streets. See, every time you see a flood, it's not because the water just wants to sit there. It's because sewer lines, it's because things have been backed up, trash. The job is being done. That's just, again, smart government working together on the behalf of our residents. And it's been a coordinated infrastructure, working with the county, working with the CCMUA, the city, everybody working together. One thing I've learned 4.5 years ago when we all started sitting down talking about how can we be better? What can we do better? First and foremost, everybody's ego had to get thrown out the room. No egos. Everybody got to wake up saying, how can we make the city better? What do I got to do? What you got to do? What do I got to do? Who I got to call? What we got to do? What we got to do? And just get it done. And what I see is when things like that are being done, it's the smiles and the thank yous when I'm in the community. All the hard work of figuring out how to get the funding for this and the funding for that. Thank you all my partners, all my teammates, for making efforts like this, these road paveways, work for the city of Camden. And that's how Camden is building, not just for now, it's building for the next generation. The state of New Jersey continues to be one of Camden's most vital partners in this transformation. Together, we're not only rebuilding a city, we're redefining its role in this region. And two of the most powerful symbols of this shift will soon rise right in our downtown core. Let's begin with transportation. We're working closely with NJ Transit and Camden County to transform our gateway into New Jersey, setting the stage for even a greater investment in mobility for our residents. Under the leadership of Governor Phil Murphy, the state has committed $250 million to rebuild the Walter Rand Transportation Center. turning it into a 21st century multi-model transit hub. In addition, the Beacon Tower is going to be a 25-story mixed-use high-rise, which is going to span 500,000 square feet and will be built directly across the Water Rand Transportation Center. That's going to be the tallest office building in South Jersey. And it's going to include a public square and a new parking deck. Again, we're leveraging public-private investments to spur even more and new development, and we're not stopping there. Nowhere is Camden's transformation more evident than our Eds and Meds corridor. You know, it's ironic, and sometimes I jump off because it reminds me of something. When I first got in public service, you know, someone that I'm going to bring up, say her name, she said Eds and Meds. That was like a word that I was basketball coach, counting. I became public service and working, and they said Eds and Meds. And I was like, Eds and Meds. I didn't know if I was supposed to get a prescription or what. I didn't know what was going on. But our Eds and Meds, I now understand it, Dana. Our Eds and Meds corridor, our powerful network of education and healthcare institutions that are making historical investments in our city. Let's start with Cooper University Healthcare, under the leadership of Cooper Chairman George Norcross. Cooper has, yes, give it up. Cooper has begun construction on a $3 billion expansion of its health science campus in Camden. When complete, Cooper's Project Imagine will mark the largest building investment in Camden County's history. The project solidifies Cooper as a leader in quality healthcare in Camden, South Jersey, and the region. This investment not only reinforces Cooper's commitment to driving economic growth, but it also underscores the long-standing commitment to our Camden residents. What makes it even more impactful is that Cooper isn't just building, they're training, hiring Camden residents through a groundbreaking partnership with our building trades. So they're making sure that Camden's own will be a part of the Camden Rise and the expansion of Cooper. The historic expansion leverages billions in capital already invested in Camden. This public-private investment is a combination with Cooper's expansion will not only transform the gateway into New Jersey, but will spark even more new development in the city's downtown. And Coriel Institute, which has been in Camden since 1953. I hear you, Debbie. I know you know about Coriel. Recently announced a major investment in creating a strategic innovation center in partnership with the New Jersey EDA. That will create 150 permanent jobs and 100 construction jobs right in Parkside. Thank you to President, CEO, Dr. John Pierre Issa for his commitment to not only keep Coriel in Camden, because he could have moved a lot of places, but to expand his campus in Camden. Big shout out. Coriel aims to attract world-class scientists and biopharmaceutical companies and house them at their facilities, similar to what other universities have done. They will do this in Camden to benefit residents of our city and South Jersey and to further increase economic development activity. Camden is becoming a national model of urban revitalization driven by our anchor institutions. And again, we're just getting started. I've always believed that quality housing is the cornerstone of a strong, vibrant, and healthy community. A place to call home, a place that is safe, stable, and dignified. It's not a luxury, it's a fundamental right to have. And here in Camden, we're committed to making the right a reality. We recently announced the return of the Camden Home Improvement Program. A lot of y'all remember it. It's called CHIP. CHIP is a citywide home rehabilitation program which provides low and moderate income homeowners with forgivable loans to make essential life safety improvements at their home. This includes exterior facade repairs, painting, roofing, energy efficient system upgrades, window replacement, entry door replacement, electrical and plumbing work, and addressing code compliance matters. This program just doesn't beautify homes, it protects families, improves property values, and ensures that longtime residents can stay in place as our city grows. Because revitalization must never mean displacement. In Camden, we will continue to rise together. In addition to upgrades to existing housing units, brand new affordable housing development is coming. Whether it's the $130 million renovation of Northgate 1 in North Camden, whether it's the $165 million development of Ablish Village and the Harrison in Kramer Hill, or the new Oliver Station in Whitman Park neighborhood near the Patco Ferry Speed Line. I hear some claps, yes. The city and its partners at Virtual Health and the Michaels organization are currently under construction at Oliver Station. Let me tell you about Oliver Station. It's a $24 million mixed-use housing community and health care facility that's going to be right there with the housing near Ferry Avenue, Patco Station. This project will integrate quality health, affordable senior housing with top-notch health care, focused on delivering and advancing health equity for our residents. Oliver Station will be the first community in South Jersey of its kind. The first. We're so excited to have two great community partners bring affordable homes and direct access to high-quality health care within the community. In 2024, a report found that the top 3 zip codes with the greatest home appreciation in the Philadelphia metro area were in the city of Camden. The city's market rate prices are up 40% since last year, while maintaining the lowest average property taxes in New Jersey. In February, we hosted an event of 2 newly constructed market rate homes. The lot originally held a house that was destroyed by fire and demolished. The city took ownership of that vacant land and maintained the property for more than 30 years. In 2022, the city sold the property through the municipal tax lien reduction program. That lot was subdivided in 2, and a private developer built 2 semi-detached homes. The new homes include garage and a high-end finishes throughout. Both 2,400 square foot, 4-bedroom homes were listed at $340,000. Both sold for above their asking price at $350,000 and the other at $360,000. In 2015, the average price of a home sold in Camden was $61,748. The average price has since increased by 79% in 2025. While the number of homes sold was down in 2023 and 2024 statewide, the number of homes sold in the city of Camden was up 16% in 2023 and 4% in 2024. This demand for housing in Camden is proof that our public safety improvements and investments that we're making are resulting in real change. As Camden continues to grow and attract investments, we must always ask who benefits, who gets the opportunity. Because we know real progress isn't measured in all the ribbon cuttings I do. It's not measured in the balance sheets that we're doing. Real progress is measured in people, in the lives that we're changing, in the doors that we're opening, in the futures that we're making brighter. That's why workforce development is at the heart of our strategy. Since the launch in 2019, Camden Works has served more than 1,200 residents through career navigation, training access, direct connections to employers. In 2024 alone, we supported the hiring of over 200 Camden residents. And already in the first quarter of 2025, more than 70 residents have secured employment through our network. Yes. Camden Works is driven by a coalition of committed managing partners. Camden Community Partnership, thank you to the person who introduced me to Eds and Meds, President, CEO, Dana Red. Let's give it up for her. Through her partnership, through the New Jersey NAACP, the Latin America Economic Development Association, the Camden County Workforce Development Board, HopeWorks, Center for Family Services, Volunteers of America, Delaware Valley, Rowan University, Rutgers Camden Board of Directors, St. Joe's Carpenter Society, Camden County College, Camden City School District, Camden Education Fund. This is what makes Camden Works. That's why it's called Camden Works. This kind of multi-sector collaboration is what drives real, lasting impact. When government, when business leaders, when educators, workforce providers, nonprofits, community stakeholders come together, we're not just coordinating services, we're investing in social capital, expanding access to opportunity, and building the foundation for long-term economic mobility. That alignment of people, purpose, and resources gives us the power to design systems that don't just serve individuals, but strengthen an entire city. It's how we ensure that growth is sustainable, inclusive, and built to last. And for our regional employers, this is where you come in at. Camden Works is not only a pipeline to qualified, motivated local talent, it's also a platform to demonstrate your commitment to inclusive hiring and equitable economic mobility. If you want a workforce that's motivated, prepared, and connected to the community, look no further than our city. That's not just workforce development, that's Camden Strong in action. Last week, the United Way of Greater Philadelphia and Southern New Jersey, in partnership with Cooper University Healthcare and Virtual Health, announced the launch of Camden Community Uplift Initiative. This is a new effort to fight poverty and increase employment opportunities for Camden residents. This multi-sector initiative will be implemented over the next 4 years, backed by an initial $5 million investment. The initiative represents a data-driven, community-informed response to persistent challenges in Camden with a focus on 2 core strategies: expanding benefits, access, and connectivity, and improving pathways to family sustainable employment for Camden residents. Because the barriers our residents face, like health inequities, financial hardships, and limited access to opportunities, can't be solved in silos. This partnership brings the right players to the table, and they're leading with data, compassion, and community insight. I have to personally commend Cooper and Virtual for going beyond just medicine and thinking outside the box. And how can we help? How can we put an initiative that's going to make people and the residents better and give them opportunity to tackle the root causes of poverty and build something truly transformational? Thank you. A thriving city depends not just on major institutions, but on small businesses that line all of our corridors: Haddon, River Road, Mount Ephraim, everywhere, Federal Street, Kane Avenue, everything. Our small businesses, they have to thrive. They serve our neighborhoods. They reflect the spirit and the diversity of our community. That's why in October 2024, I launched the city's newest tool to help small businesses. It's called Buy Camden First. Thank you to our partners at Laeta, Ray Lamboy, CEO, and the DiLorenzo Davis consultant for your work together to make this initiative go. This initiative is more than a slogan. It's a movement. It's about putting Camden's small and minority-owned businesses at the front of the line when it comes to purchasing goods and services. It's about encouraging our large corporations, institutions, and anchor partners to do what we all know works. Spend local, hire local, invest local. For the first time, we have a searchable directory of Camden-based businesses that's located on a recently launched website, buycamdenfirst.com. Now, large businesses and institutions and their employees will have a place to go find our city's small businesses that can provide specific goods and services to them. I always talk about just Camden, and people always say, man, your waterfront looks great, and y'all building downtown, and you know what I tell them? I said, the belly of our community has to be strong, not just the head of our community. If we're not investing in the belly, in the community, inside our corridors, small businesses, nonprofits, grassroots organizations, the body of Camden is going to fall. And this program, this initiative, pulling together those who are driving the economy in East Camden, those who are driving the economy in Parkside, those businesses driving the economy in Centerville, Kramer Hill, North Camden, downtown, South Camden. This is bringing those resources to this corporate partners that we have to continue to help make our economy thrive, to continue to build confidence and trust in our community. I started this off talking about do by your work. You show by your deeds. You show by your action, not all this talk. By creating programs like this, you start showing by your action. I talked about community policing. It's building the trust and the confidence in our residents. That's what they did. That's what we continue to do. That's what we continue to build and pull corporate together with community, because we continue to build trust and confidence in our residents. Thank you all. BuyCamdenFirst.com recently launched a procurement portal, which gives those listed in an online directory the opportunity to respond to micro-purchasing opportunities posted by the city's large corporate, healthcare, and institutional sectors. So please, I urge our small business community to join Buy Camden First movement today. Please, get listed so you can share in the prosperity that's going on. At the same time, we're investing in the well-being of our people, from our youngest learners to our most cherished seniors. Our Department of Human Services, thank you, Dory Brown, where you at? My chief of staff, yes, have been hard at work retooling their workshops and enhancing programs to meet the needs of our seniors, youth, and families. In addition to the city's community centers that have recently been renovated and are open to the public, the centers are at the heart of the community and offer a range of dance, arts, athletics, job readiness, financial education, health, and wellness programs for people of all ages. This is another commitment by my administration and the City Council to strengthen our city. We've also expanded emergency services and homeless prevention, after-school program, youth engagement, and our summer employment opportunities for teens. Through the city's after-school program, our youth can learn, explore, and grow together. In partnership with Rutgers Camden right here, students receive academic assistance, participate in hands-on activities, and go on exciting educational trips that spark curiosity and growth. In collaboration with the Y, also known as the YMCA, the Camden Achievers Program is preparing teens for college and career, helping unlock their full potential and plan for a successful future. It empowers students to set high academic goals, discover college and career pathways, and build confidence and character in our students. These are not just services, these are lifelines, and we deliver them with compassion, commitment, and excellence. This year, we're excited to launch the Camden Youth News Network, CYNN. This dynamic media program for Camden youth who got a chance to interview Tasha Smith today. Yes. CYNN gives teens the tools to tell their stories, report on our community, and build real-world journalism and media skills. From video production to social media reporting, CYNN is where youth voice meets impact in the city of Camden. Many of our students from Camden Youth News Network are here tonight working alongside Dave Goodman and filming tonight's event. Let's give our youth a round of applause for stepping up. On April 22nd, we kicked off our 2025 Camden Strong Neighborhood Cleanups. Now in its second week, we're back and even bigger and better than we have been in previous years. Big shout out again, Tasha Smith, for showing up on that. Shout out to DP Commissioner Sean LaTourette came down, Assistant Commissioner from Community Investment and Economic Revitalization, Elizabeth Dragon, everybody that showed up to start our kickoff. Always amazing time. I made it clear back in 2021, and I continue to reinforce the purpose of these cleanups. When we started these cleanups, it's just, it sounds really simple. Everybody pick up what's in front of your house. A clean community is a happier community. But it's became more than that, because what people didn't understand and what I was thinking is, when you get our public works out there, when you get our code enforcement out walking with us, when you get our police department out there, when you get our fire department walking out there, when you get our municipal employees walking out there, when you get organizations and volunteers walking out there, we get a chance to talk to our residents. This goes back to the 3 C's y'all have heard me talk about. The care about investing in people. The commitment to improving the quality of life in our neighborhoods. And the last thing I always talk about that y'all have shown me in spades since I've been the mayor, the consistency of us all working together to make all this happen. I feel every year we've stayed true to those 3 C's. And that's why these cleanups remain such a great success. 400 volunteers at our event, April 29th, with the Campbell's Company and their CEO, Mick Beckheisen, and we did that in Whitman Park. I've had mayors from another city, Patterson, my man Andre Sayaj came down here, brought his whole team, sat with us for hours and asked, Mayor, I really love what y'all doing here in the city of Camden. I really love your team in these cleanups. I want to be engaged with these cleanups in our city. And we talked to him and let him know, man, it's a great way to be involved with your community, but also cleaning up your community. This year, I'm pleased to announce and introduce to y'all something. It's a new portal. It's called Volunteer in Camden. Or if y'all do the acronym of that, it's called the Vic Portal. That's my staff at it again, y'all. I don't know. This is a new hub that connects residents, nonprofits, faith-based organizations, and corporate partners with volunteer opportunities. We've had over 4,500 volunteers participate over the past 4 years in our Camden community cleanups. And please, anybody that's been involved, just give yourselves an applause for that. But just like in past years, the Camden Strong Initiative will consist of a series of neighborhood cleanups, and we end always with a cemetery cleanup. We're realizing tangible results. We're averaging 100 to 150 tons of trash per cleanup. That's over 1,300 tons of trash and debris removed each season. That trash would otherwise be clogging up our stormwater grates, junking up lots, or ending up in streams and places they should not be. And we're not just picking up trash and debris, we're tackling everyday issues while we're walking through these cleanups and walking neighborhoods. Abandoned cars, vacant houses, code issues, and other quality of life matters while we're doing these cleanups and walking through our community. With every successful event, we are building trust with our residents and building confidence throughout the community, and I feel that. Because service isn't seasonal, it's who we are. Service is all year round. Just know that the time and effort that we, and I'm talking about Team Camden, are putting on now, will result for progress down the line. We are leading by example. We're talking the talk, we're walking the walk. If you want results, you got to put the work in, and we're doing just that. We're putting the work in. Somebody asked me last week, they said, Mayor, it's been 4.5 years. How you feeling? And I looked at him and I said, I feel the same passion and energy as I did the first week of being mayor. I wake up every day with the energy that I had the first month and week of being mayor. And that doesn't just happen because I'm doing it by myself. Thank God and thank everybody I work with. Everybody I work with that puts up with me and, my little idiosyncrasies and things I am, but thank you all. I'm humbled. I'm blessed to stand before you at this moment as we stand here today in the city that they talked about that symbolized hardship way back when, but now stands as a beacon of hope, of growth, resilience. And let us remember this. I always talk about this. We got one time to be in whatever space we're in and whatever we're doing in life. Let's make good on it. Let's maximize what we're doing for people. Let's maximize, what we're bringing every day to make progress. I talked for almost an hour about progress. And I said all this progress is about people. We have a start date, we got an end date. We got a dash in the middle, and y'all know that. What are we going to do with that dash? I know what I'm trying to do every day. I'm trying to work with the great people I work with. I'm trying to be the best person, the best mayor I can for our residents. I'm trying to show the best example with our residents and our stakeholders for our kids. Because this time ain't no sleep for the weary. We got so much we dealing with in D.C. We got so many factors that are affecting communities like us. It's no time to be sleep for the weary now. It's a time to remain resilient. It's a time to remain prideful of where you're from. It's a time to stick together. It's a time to remain Camden strong. Camden strong just ain't a name, it's who we are. I'm Camden, you Camden, we Camden, and we gonna keep on pushing because that 10-year-old that looks up to us, one day he's gonna be my age. And he's gonna look back and say, thank you. Thank you for providing platforms, parks, roads, small businesses. Thank you. I grew up in a time where people cared for me. I grew up in a time where I looked up and I saw people working, adults giving back, everyone working together. I grew up in a time where all the pointing of the fingers, all the sideline noise. I grew up with people that rolled their sleeves up and worked. Thank you. Thank you. I am not me without y'all. Every news coverage you see, every press conference you see, every good update about a new building being built, every time you see me, I'm a reflection of y'all. I'm a reflection of my community. When you see that good stuff, that's y'all. That's my resident. I'm y'all cheerleader. I'm the captain. Y'all get out in the court and play. We all win. Thank you, Camden, for coming out tonight. God bless the city of Camden. God bless everybody. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep working. And let's be Camden strong. Thank y'all.